Mautamasi, bringing you the latest happenings in dancehall and reggae music. Dancehall artist Double X, formerly known as Flex from TOK, is insisting that Vybz Kartel's transfer from the Horizon Remand Center to GP has nothing to do with his statements he made in a recent ER interview. He said, and I quote, "I want persons to go back and listen to the interview clearly because there are a lot of blogs and YouTube pages that edited the interview to make it look like I said one thing because they are all about getting the most likes and the most subscribers without thinking about what it might do to the person in the video. First of all, let me say that I was not saying Vybz Kartel was recording in prison. I was talking mostly about selectors and the fact that they only play songs from a specific set of artists, while there are other artists out there who aren't getting any airplay." Double X also revealed that he has already asked persons to look into the sources of the edited videos and he is contemplating legal action. Some persons believe it was his statements that triggered an investigation into Kartel and the issue of recording from prison, but he thinks it's just bad timing. He said, and I quote, "If you listen to the songs being released by Vybz Kartel, even during the whole clash thing with Mavado, you will see that something was up, and I have heard that investigations were being carried out from then. It's just unfortunate that it's right after the interview that this whole thing has blown up in public," unquote. He said he is not surprised he has been receiving several threats but expressed no fear. When asked about getting police protection, he said, and I quote, "I'm not even thinking about that right now because Father God a God and Him run things. I just want people to know what I really said in the interview because I know what I said and I know what I meant." He says when the time comes, he will decide whether or not to get police protection. Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, head of the Constabulary Communications Unit, said the police would not just offer protection because of social media posts. She says, and I quote, "If the entertainer comes forward and makes a report that he feels threatened, then we would investigate and take things from there. We have a process, so when the report is made and we do our assessments, we would determine what to do." Rolling Stone has done an exclusive interview with Vybz Kartel and his lawyer Tavares Vincent. This is the only interview that has been done since Vybz Kartel's incarceration. An excerpt from the interview reads, "Tom Tavares Vincent says he's expecting a hearing on Kartel's appeal to occur early next year. We are very confident that we will have a successful outcome," Tavares Vincent says. "A number of issues arose in the trial where we feel the judge made erroneous decisions. A number of jurors were employed as agents of the state, and had that information been given to the defense, they certainly would not have sat on that jury. That has come out in the trial of the juror who was charged with attempting to bribe other members of the jury." Kartel's defense in his trial was predicated on the notion that Jamaican institutions colluded against him, that the police and courts were motivated to convict and silence him. A mistrust of authority generally colors the views of Kartel's Jamaican supporters, much as it has colored Jamaican music since the days when Bob Marley sang about chasing crazy ballheads and Junior Murvin decried police and thieves in one breath. This helps explain why, in spite of his conviction and the gravity of the crime, in a country which consistently has one of the world's highest murder rates, he is no less loved or more hated than he was as a free man. So people, the only news we have about the appeal right now, according to Tom Tavares Finson, is that the appeal will be in early 2017. When they say early 2017, the months that come to my mind are January, February, and March, probably April. So hopefully them deliver on their proposed early 2017 and we can finally get this over and done with. You know, a lot of persons are looking to this case both internationally and locally because we really want to see how the justice system are going to treat Vybz Kartel, especially after the whole X6 murder trial. So yeah, a lot of persons, artists, social workers, lecturers, everybody has say, yo, we have to view the justice system through a different lens right now. You get me? Because of how they dealt with the X6 murder trials. Yeah, people, some of them know if the current transfer to GP have anything to do with the appeal. I don't know. No information has surfaced as yet as it relates to the reason behind the transfer. We're still keeping our ears to the ground, and as soon as we hear something, I'll let you guys know. Now, back to the whole Rolling Stone. It's a very big deal for Rolling Stone actually cover Kartel, and the title reads, Vybz Kartel speaks after 5 years in prison, he still rules dance hall. So we know for a fact say your Kartel, I say him still rule dance hall because this is an exclusive interview and these words were a direct quote from Vybz Kartel. You get me? So big up to Rolling Stone. We just got to zoom in on the little culture and pick out Vybz Kartel and do a whole article about him, and it's very current. We can tell say I know nothing them just bring up back. I don't know all article we have I take with sources from. It's in fact a very newly published article because it refers to the clash between Popcaan and Mavado. It refers to Summer Gone with Fever and Beer Things, but they really do a very good job in representing Kartel. I'm gonna find no bias in this article by Rolling Stone. Me never think them bias none at all. You can read it. It's a good read. You know, them just get a synopsis of Kartel whole artist career in this splendid article. No detail never left out. Them talk about every single little thing. I'm really appreciate that from Rolling Stone. So on to Flex now. Flex like seriously? Go and go sue ER. And that may tell us if you do go and go sue ER, cause when Anthony Miller asks, they say, so what are you saying? They should put a stop to his recording. What you say after that? Essentially you said yes, and you don't know how a man release so much songs and it's obvious say I recently released them and nobody now look into it. That's basically what you did I say. So nobody come try if you turn it around now. Yes, you were talking about the selectors, but you also branch off and talk about Vybz Kartel. You make Anthony Miller dry out. And now because you get backlash and you get checked online, you want to sue people. You need to be a professional when you go for an interview. Tell Anthony, say, listen, I'm not going to answer that question if you don't know how to answer it. Because why is it? We not edit out nothing. Me take it personal too because I did a story on you. And yes, me edit out the part where you did a say about Kartel because that is what we're talking about, Vybz Kartel. And when people hear it, me never have to tell them say a bad mind you have. Me never have to tell them say a Vybz Kartel food they are trying to stifle. Me never have to tell them that at them come up with them conclusions all on their own. How you put it out there, that don't mean that people are going to interpret it the way how you intended to. In your head pan interview, possibly the thing say you weren't doing anything wrong. You weren't saying anything wrong. You were just a pre-say, possibly me just a talk what everybody know. But even though everybody know, my granny would have said that everything good for it, good for talk. You come now and throw shade on the justice system. You throw shade on the waters. You throw shade on Vybz Kartel too. So obviously, when you come on here or come talk about something like this, of course, people are going to look into it. Because now, you come bring it to the public's eye. Every other interviewer come on here and stage what them say. Cartel now record. So they don't have nothing to go off about. You know, come bring it, open up everybody here at Twitter and make it public. So of course, I'm have to go do something about it now. Of course, even though, as me saying in my previous video, them transferring Vybz Kartel possibly not have nothing to do with it because we still don't know for sure why they transfer Vybz Kartel. So we don't know for sure if your interview make they actually transfer him and launch an investigation and they transfer right now. We don't know. It could be a coincidence, as we said before, but still. You can't want to come talk about how you go sue people. Sue people for what? Yes, they did a chat about the selector them, but yes, they did a chat about Vybz Kartel too. And that is the truth, Flex. I'm sorry. I just saw you go. I'm out of Massey. I'm gone.
Mouta Massey. Covering the latest in Jamaican music and culture. Like, share, comment and subscribe now.
You're rich Dan, right now, me don't even know one name procrastination. Cause you see fi build the means in nation. Me a fi go fi mine, means blocking. Well bad, one link I eat we a ting. Oh, tough north with east and south. As the food now walk to me plate, and the money now say me a go longevity. So me just not hesitate, man I elevate making the paper dopey.